It was the third closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Daniel Suarez beating out 2023 Cup champ Ryan Blaney at Atlanta Motor Speedway on Sunday by just .003 seconds. That's crazy. Blaney was just inches short, as you know, of that win, but he is anything but a sore loser, and we are so excited because he is in the studio with us this morning, and he brought a little treat. What do we have here?
Yeah, this is my 2023 Cup Championship trophy that we were able to get last year. So happy we could bring it in to show everybody and also go through that amazing finish at
Unbelievable.
Atlanta.
I love that you travel with this. I'm sure he takes it. He goes to restaurants. He brings it with me. I would if I were you. But let's talk about that finish because, I mean, this is ridiculous how close it was. What were you thinking as you were finishing that race, and then when it's finally over, you just missed it?
Yeah, you know, in those situations, you don't know if you won or not, right? You're going 190 miles an hour. They were separated by 3 inches, right? So it's amazing that 400-mile races comes down to that close to finish. But yeah, just trying to figure out, you know, waiting for the scoring to reload, right? And then you kind of realize if you won or not. But even though we didn't win, I mean, what an amazing finish. I mean, for people to see and the fans to enjoy that spectacular racing. And even though, like I said, you come up short, it's still fun to do.
But that's what I was going to say. I mean, I'm sure you're disappointed, but you are not. I mean, you've got to be so proud of what you did.
Yeah, you know, you're always proud of those situations. All you can ask is to put yourself in a spot to win. Right. And sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, but that's racing.
Well, that's so much fun. So this was another close finish. I understand in 2020 you had one, right? But you took it home last year, so this is all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna have close finishes, but we lost that one, but I've won some other close ones, and this one on the screen was the big one from the championship race in Phoenix last year that got us this trophy.
Okay, this is so exciting. NASCAR first year racing in Chicago. You guys are coming back, and as I was saying to you right before we went on camera, I love the fact that you are introducing NASCAR to a whole new audience, including myself. At first, I thought, why? I don't think I would enjoy watching NASCAR. I have to tell you, I was hooked last year.
Well, good.
Yeah, so you are getting a lot, and this is really what you want to do, isn't it? Introduce people who might not have been watching?
Yes, I mean, that's a big part of our sport, right? Is obviously, it's the racing aspect and on track is one thing, but the other aspect is how do we get new fans to watch, right? New people to watch our sport, and how do we also please our diehard fans, right, that have been around it for decades. So, you know, when we had the opportunity to come to the streets of Chicago last year, it opened a whole new set of eyes to racing, you know, and it was new for us too. We'd never done a street race before.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. What was the Chicago race like? There were so many skeptics before this race took place. I mean, I know you heard it from your side. We heard it for months before it ever actually happened. And, you know, yes, the weather kind of was detrimental, but when all was said and done, explain what that was like, being inside your car, going through our beautiful city.
Yeah. Honestly, I was a little skeptical myself before we got here, you know, just not knowing how it was going to work, right? Okay, how are we going to get these cars to run around the streets of Chicago? It's narrow, it's tight, you know, but once we were here and you have the atmosphere of this awesome city, all these racetracks we run at, they are built specifically for racing. So trying to implement the streets of Chicago was really difficult, but I remember driving on the racetrack for the first time and just seeing the skyline and the buildings of the city. I couldn't believe we were here. Like, it was just so spectacular to be, and the race was fantastic, and hopefully the weather is a little bit better this year.
Okay, do you have a different plan? Because you've done this once now. Have you got the Chicago thing down?
I sure hope so. I had a terrible race here last year, so I can only go up from here. But yeah, the second year coming back, you have a little better idea, and it should be even more fun.
Well, it's so much fun and an honor to have you. Thank you for bringing this. We really appreciate it and can't wait to see you this summer.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming in. We'll be right back.